Why, hello there. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know, good night, wherever you guys may be. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm going to dive into today's Design to the Rescue. So this could be a lot of fun. It's basically where I pick, well, you guys, the audience, submits a potential side hustle or small business, and then I get to make a logo and or branding, whatever it takes. So I'm thankful you guys are day. And just if you want to take a peek at that URL for submitting, this is that URL. Super easy. But I want to welcome you. Fiona, what's up? Paco's in the house. Frank, what's up? D is here. Everybody's waving. I'm waving back at you. Good to have you here. And Selvin over on Facebook. And yeah, so good to have you guys here. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I have an hour, so let's get this party started. Anthony Jackson, what's up? So let's do this. So if you click on that link, this is what's going to happen. It's going to go to this, Design to the Rescue on Adobe Live. So any sort of side hustle, whatever you want, even graphics, I'm here to help you, right? Otherwise, I'm making up random brands, and that's not as fun as, just like working directly with you guys. So you just enter in this basic info, description of your business, name of it, all that good stuff. And I usually pick one at semi-random, I guess. Especially if you filled out your form really well, then I will pick yours. So nonetheless, what we're going with today and what was submitted right over here, I'll hide her email, but basically it's a residential cleaning service, Charisse Dust-Free Cleaners. So that's what we're going to work with. We're going to knock the dust off any previous logo that she may or may not have had and make a shiny new one. So that's the goal. So Fiona, I'm glad you're here too. Thank you so much for welcoming me. In a past chapter, you were in the cleaning biz. By the way, I love cleaning, by the way. I just love the cleaning is like therapeutic for me, I think. It's just like, it's nice that you can kind of shut off your brain. You could do something and then see the immediate results of it. So yes, I actually like cleaning. Do I like it when things are all dirty? Of course not. But I like cleaning. So dust-free cleaners. Charisse, I don't know if she is here. I emailed her and we'll wait to see if we hear from her. But nonetheless, that's not going to stop us because we're going to dive into this and we're going to create a logo for dust-free cleaners. I could start in Illustrator, but this is all about using Adobe Express as well. Because Adobe Express, if I just want to knock out something quickly, I could at least start my brainstorming process in Express. Oh, Annika, you agree. It's like therapeutic cleaning, isn't it? It's just like so nice when things are clean. I just love it. So yeah, I'm just into it. Any other neat freaks out there? Do I need to go to Carol's house and clean up? So all I did is I jumped in here. I'm searching on templates, logo templates for cleaning. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'll try it right in here. Ooh, I like with this. I love our designers. Internally, they're really good. This is kind of clever. I don't know why it's Abode 264. I'm not sure the significance of that, but that's kind of cool. I could actually select that and then just start to ungroup this content and start to replace the text as well. So again, this is dust-free. I love these colors, actually. So yeah, it's like, yeah, the dust is free. The dirt will cost you extra, but the dust is free. And she specializes in residential, so I kind of want to add residential. Just be careful anytime you kind of start to specify a little bit more. It can be good, of course, but it can also limit your options, because what if she does decide to go into commercial properties and stuff like that? Well, maybe this won't work for that. So just kind of keep that in mind. But we'll do this dust-free residential cleaning, boom, boom, and we could start to remix this and have some fun with it. So yeah, I like the icon a lot. Isn't that awesome? I think that's so cool. It's like one of those old school vacuums, right? But I love it's just such a modern look. I'm liking it so much, I'm going to actually duplicate this page. So now I have 2 pages. And for the second one, I'm actually just going to kind of sort of remix the colors. Actually, let's go to colors right over here. And we'll just try something. We still want something fresh and bold. Hey, let's try this. And different iterations of this. Right? And that's actually not a far cry from just like such a modern color palette. But if you do searches, a lot of like cleaning services use blue, maybe yellow, but it's like blue, especially a vibrant blue is often the color of clean, I feel. Bobby Orlando, hey, welcome, buddy. Join us on a Monday. Good to have you. Awesome. Oh, you still have one of those vacuums. That's awesome. Let's duplicate that so we can start to remix the colors. I usually don't go this far in when I first start out. I usually don't start to work on the colors immediately. But hey, you can because, hey, you're the boss. So come in here. Maybe we'll try, this more. This is almost like an electric blue. It almost vibrates. I'm not sure how it comes across on the stream. But on my screen, it's pretty intense. So again, just one option, and we'll go up here. We'll just say DF for dust free. And from there, let's try this. I'm going to duplicate this page. Actually, we'll make a new page. And then templates. I'm just going to see what happens. Ooh, let's try Sarah Jane. Okay. Start a new project, because I like this one as well. Right? Very modern. It's even animated. So we could try to start a new project with that particular logo. Cool. Sarah Jane, little animation. Different departure. Like, look at how modern and honestly clean, which is totally appropriate for this cleaning service. But it's like super modern with this sort of design, which I'm totally into. So again, we could take this. We can add an additional page. That's going to be blank. And at this point, we're going to take a look at different shapes that happen to be clean. Let's do cleaning. Let's see what sort of shapes we get over here. Oh, this is fancy. Oh, let's take this one. Maybe we'll just find some elements that we could potentially use for dust-free cleaning. So let me just grab some of these. What I'm actually going to do is I think I'm going to end up using these in Illustrator. So that's kind of where this is at. So there we are. We have all these graphics on page 2. Take this and duplicate it, start to work on this some more. Let me know if you guys have questions. Don't we like it when things are sparkling and nice? Isn't it nice? All right, so these, unfortunately, I really wish this was the case, by the way. I really wish I could make a bigger canvas. Like, I wish I could place things off of the pasteboard without making them disappear. What you can do is you could resize your current layout to be, say, more of a widescreen, and that's going to give you more room. So that's what I'm going to do in lieu of being able to do that. And I'll start moving things around. Did you guys mention Jonah Loeb? Love Jonah Loeb. Man, I was busy working, but I was trying to catch some of his. He's just, one of my favorite artists. And it's cool that he's been doing this for years. So it's so nice seeing a familiar face. I think Val's here. Val knows Jonah. All right, let's try some other things. We could try different logos. These are different type lockups as well. So we want dust free. Let's just click on one of these. Let's just try it. Nope, this needs to be all caps. In fact, if we go in here, we can kind of do this magic capitalize and fit. That might work. Dust-free cleaners. And right up top, ooh, I'm actually going to make this magic, all caps as well. Oh, you worked in person a couple times. Yeah, it doesn't like, it's like I haven't seen Jonah in like ages, Val, and it's like so good to see him today. And I'm just like, you know, I love just, you know, people that keep at it and are really good at what they do. Residential. It's nice when you start to realize that there's a community of creatives out there. And you're like, wait, there's other people like me? And he's amazing. I'm not saying I'm anything like him. He's amazing. All right, what's the problem with this? When it comes to making a logo, like, is this the right color? No, it's not. Val, you are great too, by the way. You are amazing. So, and it's also fun to see you progress over the years too. I mean, you started out awesome, and then you keep on taking things to the next level, and I'd appreciate if you'd stop it because you're making me feel lazy. But I do really appreciate you, Val. All right. We'll jump in here. We'll kind of tweak this color a little bit. We'll go with that very clean look. We'll take all these elements. And make sure they're nice and centered, like so. And fix the color. Fix the color. Fix the color. Something kind of like that. So notice how I've kind of changed things. This kind of looks like a paintbrush. These are connected. Maybe this one will work. Like taking this element. Notice how it's underneath everything else. If I move it there, well, I can easily control the stacking. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good. Stacking right here, so we could just kind of move those up. And you could also use your shortcut keys. Command, closing bracket. Let's do Shift Command closing bracket. Oh, that did not work at all. Because that is a shortcut that's built into Chrome that's something different. But nonetheless, we can move that onto the top. And let's change the color as well. So yeah, curious as to know what, or curious to think what you guys think of where this is headed. Something kind of like that. Just an option, right? Pretty easy, pretty basic. Can we all agree? Do we think that a serif font is appropriate? And have we swung so far to one direction that we never use serifs anymore? Right? It's just interesting. I just think it has a classic look. I don't think it's needed in this case, to be honest with you. But, you know, I sometimes think, do we use sans serifs too much? So let's change this to maybe Montserrat. Okay, cool. Right, so yeah, I don't know if you guys like the sans serif or the serif. Serifs are more interesting. I just like, I think you should pick a font for a reason, or at least a type of font. All I want to do is I want something clean, which is appropriate since they're cleaners. And I tend to think that sans serif fonts seem to be more clean. Right, so this is one we can knock out. We could do this all day long. And hey, well, at least for the next 45 minutes. We'll duplicate this page. Right, so now we have two. I'll delete that one. Here's our different pages, our assets. And then we can start to jump in for all of these, in fact. Can I select them all? No. Actually, let's not delete everything because we want to keep some of these elements. I think what would be cool, you ready with me, Sean? Sean, okay. Band names. Oh, I missed it. I missed those band names to describe designs. This is what I want to do. Sean, you ready for this? Serifs are great for a lot of text. Thank you, Barbara, because they say it's like easier to read. The serifs could like flow from one letter to the next. What if we took this? What if we did something like this? What if we took this, we flip it, maybe we Like, this is what I want to do. I want to have two circles. Let's do copy and paste. This circle is going to be the dirty circle, right? Maybe it even is dirt. Ooh, that's a great color combo. You seeing this, Jennifer Poole? What's up, Jennifer? How you doing? But I love a teal and a brown. I like never used brown, but man, it just pairs well with teal. Nonetheless, what I would like to do, let's see if we could, I just don't think I could do this. But let's just see if this works. I know nobody knows what I'm talking about yet. I actually want to mask this text. So that's what I want to do. So I'm kind of running into an issue where I need to mask this text, because what I want to do is here in the center, I want this text out here. This needs to be like white text, and then it needs to be dark text. So I need to do the invert on the inside. So basically I'm running into a situation where, like, you know what? Express can only do so much. And I like to take things a little bit too far. So let's take it a little bit too far by downloading this PDF. Start downloading. All right, Jennifer Poole was just, are you okay? Hopefully you're all right. Looks like you slipped and fell. You ended up as a pool at the bottom of the stairs. Is that what happened? I'm glad you're okay. All right. So what I've done is I've downloaded the PDF. Here it is. We'll open that up in Illustrator. And what's most important is that I have all of these lovely graphics too. Like all this stuff. Fantastic. Let's select the same fill color. Let's change them because this is just appalling, that color. That brown. We don't need brown. I'm glad you're okay. Sounds like you're okay, Jennifer. All right, let's do this. We got graphics. We got stuff. Let's do our dance. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take... Maybe I will take this one. I'll take this. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just take this. Let's go back in here. And let's get to work. We got a job to do. I don't want to set unrealistic expectations, but the plan is to create a logo in an hour. And you know what? It's probably going to look like it took an hour. But, you know, I think it just depends on your experience level. If you've been making logos a while, an hour is all you need. So I'm going to do Acumen Variable Concept. We're going to make this all caps. We'll crank up the weight like so. And let's make this one. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so we're going to focus on dust free. We are going to take a box. And let's just, for the cleanliness of it all, we're just going to like do something like this and this. You're going to see this magic come together. I want two of these. We'll hold off on that. We want to do something fun. We're going to move that down. We're going to take this. We're going to have this be black. We're going to have the text be white. And then we're going to put this on top. In fact, we're going to make this white and this black. So now we'll just put this right back on top right there. So for this one, I'm going to create a mask. Actually, let's move this off real fast. We'll group it. We'll just grab a rectangle. We'll put it over the top. And this is what I wanted to do in Express, which it actually can create masks, but it's limited to a circle and a triangle, and you can only do it with images. So nonetheless, let's take this. Let's actually skew these two. Let's skew it. I say skew it. Taking those two, and now we'll create our clipping mask. So this is why I would use Illustrator. Yes, exactly, Henrik. You nailed it. You said brown is something that, if you're using it for cleaning, can be considered a little bit like controversial. As in, you don't want to be associated, like you don't want to be the brown brand in cleaning. So you're exactly right. But that combo is nice. Oh yeah. All right, so let's make a clipping mask. Boom, there we are. And let's move this back up on top of here, like so. So this is what I'm going for. And let's take this and let's just shrink it down just a touch. Beep. So there we go. So I'm trying to make this look like it's being cleaned. Where's my brush? There it is. My little cleaning brush. There we are. Like, I'm not crazy about this brush, by the way. I'm not crazy about it. We got to get something else. Hey, that's how, you know what? Sometimes you got to make things dirty if you want them clean. Maybe that's their angle. It's like, guess what? We will make stuff so dirty, but then we're going to go in and clean it, and you're going to think it's amazing. That would be ridiculous. Okay, so let's take a couple more of these brushes. Wait for it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Wait, hold. It's coming at an angle, so I need to make this look like it's at an angle. So do something like this. Zip. Like that. Jen, you are too kind. Let's round to these corners. Just because, you know, we don't need to, I don't know. Maybe I'll decide to not do that, but it doesn't matter. I can change it later. But something kind of like that. It's not perfectly square, so let's make it square. Bring that like so. And let's shrink this up as well. Just kind of winging it. I don't know, thoughts? That's right. So that's so funny, Jennifer. Yeah, if you're, you knew a baker that said if your kitchen wasn't dirty by the end of it, you're not doing it right. You know, that's personal preference. You know, it's funny because I typically know when I'm creating, things get very messy. And so yeah, so I totally like empathize with that. Like I totally get it. Totally get it. But you know, some people are just better at cleaning as they go along. What do you think? Maybe this should be in black. What are you talking about? What if the letters were over the brush instead of intersecting them? Maybe. Yeah. You know, when I'm having a hard time deciding, I will often like duplicate this design just a couple different times. I think the problem is also this is not balanced. I don't think this is correct. Let me find another brush. And just to remind everybody, if you are just joining me, basically if you need a logo or branding, then it is just go to this URL and submit your design. All right. That's just a little segue. And we're back. All right, look what I did. I stole a different brush. Or a different squeegee. Here we go. This is what it needed to be. This is lower profile and just seems to fit a little bit better, I feel. It seems a little bit more appropriate. Like that. Yeah? Okay, so couple things here. We need to start to sort of create a type lockup. We want to take a look at sizes of things. We want to make sure that like there's consistency with our logo. So we need what I would do is I try to create uniformity because these letters are thinner than this stroke. So I would want to actually take this font and first off, it's not the variable concept font that I needed it to be. So there, but not only that, this is why I love variable concept fonts. We can go ahead and increase the weight so it's the same thickness as these lines. And it just makes it look consistent. Just helps out so much. You could still play with the width if you feel like it's sticking out too far, but now that's working better. So just like have a reason for why fonts are a certain thickness, etc. All right, so it's still off balance. Let's try this. The water shape from the squeegee could be different branches of the brand. Yeah, you can make that different. That would be fun. Kind of want to move this over. So I kind of want to shift everything over. I need to shift all this over here. That's what I want to do. So we're going to try that, which means we have to shift the inside in here for this piece. You got this, Paul. You got this. You got this. Don't give up. There it is. Just took me a second to find it, but here it is. We'll move it over like that. Oh, yeah. There we go. And, yeah, cool. Something like that. Bring your own dirt. Bring it, leave it, we'll take care of it. All right, so a couple little parts you're going to look at. You're like, hey, what's up with this weirdness? Why aren't you freaking lining it up, Paul? Get your act together. Okay, geez. Sorry, inner voice. Why are you picking on me? Let's add some sparkles. Thank you, Bobby Orlando. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like, I think this does look better. Let's add some sparkles, because what this often has is like bubbles. Oftentimes you'll see little bubbles, so we could do like a little bubble, something like this. In fact, this is what we'll do. We'll just like maybe we'll fill this with, wait for it, like that. Wait for it. Shoo. Bam. There you go. Just adding a little bit of a highlight. It's still a two-color process. All right. We'll take this, group it. Here we have our little bubbles. Keep in mind with these bubbles, as I shrink it down and stuff, let's take a look. This is what's happening with this. I know this is all about Express, which this is going to end up in Express shortly. But keep in mind, if you are in Illustrator, keep in mind the scaling strokes and effects. This is now in your properties panel in Illustrator. Oh, Frank just schooled every single one of us. Dust-free cleaners. I will argue that my windows get dusty, and you do have to spray them and squeegee them. So it's usually the dust that gets stuck to my window. Maybe it's dirt, whatever. But the squeegee is not for dust. I just like that comment. Okay, so we'll take this. We could duplicate this a couple times. We could actually turn this into a symbol. That would be a little bit more intelligent. Bubble. Right, and we could sort of drop this on here and make as many of these as we want. And by the way, I did not, I need to scale strokes and effects. So there we go, scale that down, and we can make all of our little bubbles. So do we have bubbles, or are they, or do we do sparkles? Right, I'm just thinking of things we should do. I don't know, guys, I just started this. I don't know what I'm doing. Does anybody really know what they're doing? Nah, we're just good at faking it. I kid. So here's some bubbles. If you wanted to get crazy, you could do this. You can go in and use your symbol sprayer tool, which is super fun. Symbol sprayer, we have that bubble selected, and then we can start to spray, and now here's all these bubbles. Like that. All right, we could round all the edges. And then we could start pushing stuff around, like shifting these around. So I'm spreading them out more. So what the symbol shifter does. And then since these are all the same size, we can use the symbol sizer tool. So we'll press, it'll make everything larger. Let me zoom in on this. Right, so we press, if we hold down the Option key, it's going to make everything smaller. So we can make some of these smaller, some of these larger. Maybe where they're like really intense over here, maybe shrink them down like that. So that's just kind of fun to work with. Maybe make that one, maybe not quite that big. Something like that. And we have bubbles. Dust-free, super clean. Oh, Jennifer, you were so kind, but you clearly hit your head really bad when you went down the stairs, because I'm not the Jamie Oliver of artists. You clearly are not feeling well. I'm just joking. Such a jerk. So that's what you can do with all of these. So you can control the a lot of the properties if you just double click on that particular tool. And this is how much we were pushing things around. The intensity is probably the biggest thing, just so you know. Oops. And you could still control the brush size using your bracket keys, just like you can in Photoshop. Wait for it, wait for it. I'm just kind of having some fun now, adding some more over here. Why not? And resizing some, making others smaller. Okay. All right, that was fun. All right, we did it. One version. So we'll take this, duplicate it. Maybe these, I could actually take this and I could expand all of them. Let's see, object and fill. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to break link. Let's take a look. Let's just do expand. And ungroup. All right, so expanding did it. So expanding just enables me to move all these independently if I want to. So the symbol scruncher and sprayer and all that stuff will no longer work. But you know, if I did want to make a different version with less bubbles, whatever, I could do that. So there's that. We'll make another one. Too many bubbles happening. We get it. Because I need to do some more things. So bear with me. You ready for something awesome, Ernesto? Yeah, thank you, Ernesto, for bringing that up. That is so kind of you. I did have COVID for about a week, and it didn't hit me that hard, but I basically had a low-grade headache for a week and like sinus pressure and sneezing and all that sort of stuff. But I'm all better, so thank you so much for asking. You're so kind. Check this out. For that, Ernesto, watch this. Flavored coffee always helps. Today I got iced coffee. I don't know why. It's 39 degrees in Denver, so I don't know what I'm thinking. But check this out. We're going to take this. Actually, let's see if we can do this. Let's hit edit symbol. No, we don't want to do that. Let's go back. That doesn't really matter, actually. Everything's already a symbol, so I could actually change this at any time, and it will change all of them, just so you know. So, yeah, that's what would happen. What I was going to show you is there's also global edit, and global edit will act like any object that's similar to the one you have selected. It will like select, like if you made a logo and you didn't make it a symbol, then it will select all those logos, even though it's not a symbol. Okay, so apparently Illustrator decided to do some thinking, so we'll just jump back in here and start to set up how we're going to end up using this. So let's go to Home, and we're going to make an Instagram post, and it's going to be all about cleaning. We'll use some fun taglines, so we'll just find something in here. Ooh, this is cool. Shall we clean? Let's look for... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to select any one of these. This isn't even quite what I want. But you know what? I can choose an image, and what I want is a living room. Modern living room. Something that looks clean is what we're going for. But still a little abstract, so something like that. There's our logo. Or excuse me, there's our image. Okay, let's go back in here now that I have this. It's done thinking. New plan. Because let's try something else. Another element that's used a lot in like ads for cleaning is like a little gleam burst. A little like light, what do you call it? Little twinkle, basically. It's going to make a little twinkle. So let me just pick a color. Here we are. So we want like a, yeah, is that what it's called? A twinkle? I don't know. We could do this a couple different ways. Let me show you you could do it a lot of different ways. I've seen so many different ways. This one, I'll show you two ways. You ready for this? We'll go in here. We could curve these corners. But what we could also do is hold down the Option key and click, and then it made like chamfered type corners. So now we have that little sparkle like so. So it's all from just manipulating these corners. Holding down the Option key will click through different versions. So that's all you could do, or that's what you could do if you want like these. I don't know if it's called chamfered. I think chamfered is when you chop it off. I don't know what this one's called. But what if we want something more drastic than that? Well, we can go to Effect, we'll go to Distort and Transform, and we'll do a pucker and bloat. Right? So with pucker and bloat, we'll take this over to pucker. And you can see it gives us that awesome burst like so. I think this looks cool. right? It just has these long lines and makes it look more dramatic. And you could always change it by going into pucker and bloat. And even it starts to get kind of funky, but is way cool too. Just like really into it. Maybe we'll go something like that. There we go. We could double these up too. Lens flares. That's probably the word I'm thinking of. Mike. Do you like J.J. Abrams? I'm curious. I just know he did Star Trek. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, J.J. Abrams did Lost as well. But yeah, I just remember Star Trek had so many lens flares in it. Okay, so here's our sparkle, our little bling that we can put different places now. Maybe give us more room to work. Just like so. I think Lost put him on the map, J.J. Abrams. Oh, Fringe. J.J. Explosions. He's not as bad as Jerry Bruckheimer. He's the explosion guy. Isn't Jerry Bruckheimer? He did all the Transformer movies. I like J.J. Abrams. I mean, I don't know him personally. I'm sure he's fine. He's just a man trying to do his job. Aren't we all? So there we go. Dust-free cleaners. Let's take a look at what this will look like. Oh, he did Heroes. I remember Heroes. Oh, the cheerleader and everything. So this is what it looks like currently. Just so you know, I have this set up to where my background transparency is actually teal because I think it's easier on the eyes. Oh, Michael Bay. That's who I'm thinking of. Thank you so much, Peter. That's one way to get people involved is just really butcher, say as many incorrect things as possible. That's when people really start to chime up. So sorry about that. You are right. I love Cloverfield too. So anyways, this is the transparency. So when I bring it into Express, I need to make sure that all this stuff is like outlined and all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and create outlines. Okay, I need to do a couple things here. Let's release clipping mask. Take this one. Give it any color. Ungroup this. Here we go. Whoop. I'm just going to use Shape Builder. There we go. There's a couple different ways to do that. I just used Shape Builder. Ungroup. There we go. Did it. I did the thing. All right. One more time. Sorry, this is going to take a second. Wait for it. Okay, wait for it, people. No. Okay. There we go. Oops. No. There we go. Did it. Sorry that took so long. But it wasn't too bad. Okay, I did it. Okay. It took a little bit of time and I apologize. There we are. Okay, and I'm back. Boom, boom, boom. We're back, baby. I haven't looked at comments, or somebody's like, you could have done this a lot easier. Yeah, let's save it. Good call. All right. Thank you, Henrik. So, I did it. Oh, man. So this was my goal there. Look, we just made it transparent. We now have a blue version. There it is, our blue version. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it, and I'm going to go into Asset Export. We'll drop it in here. This is going to be our blue logo. Let's do a secondary one right down here. This one's going to be select, same, fill color. We're going to do a white version. There's our white version. Drop that in here, and this is white. And then I'll also do a black version, because I need all those different backgrounds. Like, if it's going to be on a light background, I need to have the black logo, or at least the blue logo. There we go. We did it. Boom, boom, boom. Ping files. Sure, why not? Export. Done. Now, shall we clean? Maybe. Yeah, why not? Okay. TFC. Here we are. Let's turn it into a brand. Brands. Create a brand. Add our logo. Not a second too soon. There's our blue logo. Let's pick our color. In fact, let's just jump back in here and figure out what color that is, actually. No. Oh, this is fascinating. It's fascinating, people. There we are. That's what I wanted. This hex color. Let's take it. 0082FF. There we go. There's our blue. Choose our font. And here we are. The one thing I always forget to do is to make sure you set this as your default brand. So it has to be right here in order to apply it to anything. So we'll go back out here. We'll go to our design that we were working on. Shall we clean? Heck yeah. Here it is. First off, check this out. Let's go into design. Let's just click apply brand. It applies the font, the logo, and the colors. All right. It didn't do a great job with the font, by the way. It did use the correct font, but I'm going to change this anyways. We're going to change this. This is just some let's do the experts you're looking for, or keep calm, keep clean. There we go. Keep calm. Let's go magical, sort of all caps. Maybe we don't want an outline. Maybe we want to do just something like that. I don't know. I'm just playing around, everyone. And really just showing the brand being applied to a design. For this, actually what I would do is I would grab a shape. This is going to be a... Ooh, I got a great idea. What's the best way to export? Any way you want. Like, I think you just need to know... For exporting, you have these different file types. If you add animation, there's going to be MP4 in here. In my opinion, PDF is going to be the best because you're going to have access to all those vectors and all that fun stuff. So that's what I do. But let's jump in and let's see what we have for basic shapes. Because I just want, like, I want to I got a great idea. Let's just try, let me try this rectangle here. Okay, here we go. Border, turn it on, add our blue, get rid of the fill, and then we have this. So this is what I was thinking is like just a nice frame. Let's move this down. Something like that. Okay. You guys ready? Keep calm and carry on. You know what? Yeah, so Henrik, just so you know, if you want to pick, if you want to go beyond the standard fonts, you could upload your own fonts. So that's how you can go beyond the standard fonts. I think the goal is to have all of the Adobe fonts available there, but I guess we're just not there yet. So I'm gonna remove this from the background. I'm gonna take this background color. We'll do that. We'll put this on top. Maybe we'll make this a little larger actually. And we're gonna take this and we're gonna duplicate it. Copy, paste. On top. So for this one, this is what we're going to do. We are going to crop it like so within that square. Ugh. Like that. Okay, so we did that. We want this to be underneath everything. This version in the background is going to have a filter on it. So that's what I was thinking. Maybe this one is like dark, and then this is the brighter one. So that's the goal. Let's enhance it, actually, because we could brighten it up this way, like that. That's what I want. Let's just cheat this over. Don't mind me. And then notice how we might not want this logo. It might be vibrating a little bit. I think the white one will be better. So we'll go in here. Let's just add this white one. Oops, I added it a couple times, but there we go. So something like that is what I was thinking. Yeah. You get the idea. You know, problems with this, sure. This is a little hard to read right down here. I think this dust, the fact that I have this D being cut in half, can read bust. I usually say don't mess with the first or last letter because it's just going to cause legibility issues. But, you know, we did a pretty good job for the time we've spent on this. So hopefully you guys are into it. Maybe it needs to be like this. Keep calm, keep clean. I don't know. Still playing around. It should be keep calm, will keep it clean. We could trick it by throwing a shadow of white behind it and then adjusting the angle like that. That might be a little bit better. So yeah, you get the idea. Let me just switch back over really fast. Yeah. Charisse. I wish Charisse was here. Is Charisse here? Because we just like major whole branding. But that's it for me. That's my time. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much.